Hey, my legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to review a movie I've had a heck of a time trying to find. It's a very obscure, very bizarre, unusual horror film that I've been trying to finally watch since 1988 when I first heard about it. And it came out in 1972. It's called Invasion of the Blood Farmers. Now, I found out about this movie whenever I was in AIT, and they had something called the video movie reference guide, which is like a thing of a list of movies by genre. Or I think it was alphabet. I can't remember if it was by genre or by alphabetical. I can't remember. Um, and tells you what they think of them and stuff like that. And that's how I found out about a lot of these movies. And for whatever reason, I found out about Invasion of the Blood Farms. I think they gave it a turkey, or they gave it 1 star. They gave it a turkey, and that's the one that had the turkey logo for like movies that are beyond bad. You know what I mean? And And that's all. I mean, I looked, I couldn't find it anywhere. Because usually, if I go back then, when I used to rent movies, I usually would gravitate towards the horror movie section. But I looked at other sections too, but I didn't see that one at all. And then when I was in the army, well, I mean, I was still in the army when I was in Germany. Uh, in I used to get they had a bookstore there in the PX, um, and they had I used to get Fangoria all the time. And then they had a special edition Fangoria video reference guide or something like that. 150 pages, still in magazine form, but a bigger. And they had all these movies in, and including there was Invasion of Blood Farmers. And they said it was, they said it had something to do with the Druids, and it was incredibly low budget and bad and stuff like that. But, it's one of those movies that I kind of want to see it. And they said it was from released through Regal uh, Video or something like that. And I've never been able to find it at the video rental stores or anything like that. So that was pretty much it for a while. And then I remember in Best Buy, back when I used to buy DVDs, because a lot of these movies are hard to find on VHS. And then when DVDs came about, a lot of the older, even the more obscure films, even like the Argento and Lucio Fulci, which has been tougher to find on VHS, came about circling back on DVD through different companies and stuff. And I found Retro Media, Fred Olin Ray's video company, released Invasion of Blood Farms. So along with that guy, the guy directed Ed Adlam also did Shriek of the Mutilated, which I got, which wasn't that great. And I'm a big. I'd have to watch it again, but I wasn't a big fan of that one. But before that, and I've seen that before at the video rental store. But I mean, this was a couple years before that, Invasion of Blood Farmers, and Shriek of the Mutilated was like 74, 75. And I saw Invasion of Blood. I bought the DVD and I took it home. Decided to watch it, and the DVD didn't work, so I had to take it back. And the guy there said, "Well, it's out of print. We can't get another copy." I was like, "Well, it's the end of that." I mean, because some of these movies, these low budget movies, there's a good chance they might be boring as hell. Because then that does happen on some of these. So, I mean, watch at your own risk. So that was pretty much it. And then I was curious ever so often looking on YouTube, see if I could see anything. And they just have like a trailer for it. And then whenever I saw, I looked on Amazon. I couldn't find it on Amazon either. And then uh, through Prime Video, because I found Return to Bloodfart Lake. I saw Terror of Bloodfart Lake on OV Guy before they changed it. They ruined it to change the cool pics. And then I saw, found it on Amazon. I couldn't find it on Amazon Invasion of the Blood Farms. Then today, Sunday, I don't know why I'm going to upload this. I looked on YouTube again, and then someone uploaded it January of this year. I said, "All right." So I finally got to see it. And I watched it. It was a retro media print. And it's PG rated, which I'm kind of surprised because there's lots of bloodshed in that. But they have some. It's really weird because sometimes they'll have a horror movie. Back then, they'll have a horror movie with not that much blood. They'll give R rating. And then they'll have one that has lots of violence and bloodshed. And they'll give a PG. It doesn't make any sense the way they rated stuff back then. And I remember that one Dracula movie. They had a Christopher Lee Dracula movie, which is far better than this one. It had blood all over the place. Rated G. I couldn't believe that. And what this movie starts out is about the Druids. Because I knew about that through Fangoria, with a very low budget beginning, and then it goes to this one town, this one bar. This guy's like walking drunk, but he's covered in blood. And there's the one bar you see throughout the movie, people getting drunk and just talking and stuff. And he comes in like, woo, and he falls down. And like, what's going on? And you see like this. Then you go to this guy and girl, and her father does experiments. Laboratory. He has like a lab in his in their house. And then the girl's boyfriend was helping him out, and he took out a blood sample from the thing. And then the guy said, "Man, you gotta come here. You can't believe what's happening." He said that a couple of times in the movie. That was like a catchphrase, I guess. And he said that the blood was reproducing itself. I mean, it was making more blood, just a sample, because it was like a little sample like this, and then all of a sudden you see like a big thing, and that's, it kept making more. It was self-sustaining, and it kept making more and more blood, and then you find out that there's a couple of farmers there that's like their strong hands, and they were doing these blood transfusions on people, and a couple of times they put hoods. They look like members of the Mentors on there, and then you see more about the Druids and stuff. And I don't want to give away anymore. It's really silly. It's played more serious than anything else, but I mean, there's some comedy, because you see like the blood transfusion like that, or the cops are really played badly. That's pretty funny. One cop just always drunk, and the other cop just acts like your cop you see in like a cartoon show or something like that. And the part where a guy eats a dog. Not like, I mean, it's just so silly. And the way it ends is really doesn't make. I mean, the story itself doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's entertaining for what it is. You get to see it free on YouTube if you want to see it. I'm glad I finally got to see it. Would I watch it again? Probably not. Am I glad I didn't? Am I glad I got my money back when I bought the DVD? Probably, yeah. Even though it was better than Shriek and Mutilate, and I did buy that a long time ago. This was when I was buying DVDs. I don't buy DVDs anymore. Or very rarely or seldomly I buy DVDs. But it's a wonderfully goofy movie that's definitely worth a one-time look just to see it. I mean, I finally got to see it. It's so obscure. And it was so hard to find. I'm so glad I finally saw it. I give Invasion of Blood Farmers a mild 8 out of 10. It's still entertaining, though. I mean, could you run the risk of it being boring, but it was entertaining. And they said budget on IMDb was estimated $50,000. Maybe I could see that. Maybe probably less than $50,000. But the one thing about this, unlike movies like Shark Exorcist and Return to Bloodfuck Lake and Very Lost Shark, those were made for video. This was a movie in '72 shot on film and played in the drive-in theaters. Played in the theaters. I don't know if it played in regular theaters, but I'm sure it played in drive-in theaters. But it's entertaining for what it was. I'm glad I finally got to see it. Now, I had to do a review of it. I think most people just, off the title alone want to see it, or maybe not. But I mean, if you want it, you can check it out free on YouTube. It's not like, it's very low budget and silly. If they were playing more for laughs, it maybe would have been a little bit better. But I mean, they play it pretty much straight, except for the cops. And some of the acting and stuff like that. But I give it a mod 8 out of 10, so I hope you like this review. I finally got to see it after all this time, Invasion of the Blood Farmers. As crazy as that sounds, it's just one of those odd ones. So until next time, bye please. Take care, my Legion. Because they made a lot of movies like that back when Texas Chainsaw came out. And they had, like, of course, Deranged. That was American International. And then they had a obscure one called 3 on the Meat Hook. I've seen that. That one's easy to find. This one came out, but this one is tough to find. But, through Fred Olin Ray's Retro Media, but it said that it's not... They said it was out of print. I don't know how true that is. In the print that is on YouTube has Italian subtitles. It's pretty strange. But I think it's alright. I mean, I think it's alright. Don't expect... Just expect a silly, goofy, little, teeny, tiny, low-budget horror movie. So until next time, bye, please. Take care, Malik.